And now, Hangar 56 Media presents Spike's Car Radio, a downloadable cars and coffee, hosted by writer, comedian, and automotive enthusiast Spike Ferriston. Now, here's Spike.
Don't you get it? They're never gonna invite you to the winner's circle. You gotta make your own lane, Dan Tony.
Sorry, I'm just lighting my cigar, listening to Riff Raff and Wiz Khalifa and their hit song, I Want a Ferrari. Look, I know it's not a great song, but I really love Riff Raff. I started following Riff Raff Zuckerman. Zuckerman's here, Jonny Lieberman's here, we're in Baldwin Hills, we're sitting on the patio, it's beautiful out here. But have you followed Riff Raff on Instagram?
No.
He's got a subscription level. His social media is actually pretty good. It's infused with white trash kind of rap fun. And as you know, I feel I like Florida. I like that part of Florida. I feel that I'm somehow like
You're riff-raffy.
I'm riff-raffy Florida, white trash.
I can see that.
But I encourage you to follow him. And now I'm starting to dig his music. And he's one of these guys writing about cars a lot. This song is called I Want a Ferrari. Who can't relate to that?
I would like a Ferrari.
We could all relate to it. Well, Riff Raff, you can't get one unless you buy 7 other Ferraris before and prove to them your worth.
He could buy me a couple Ferraris and then get the one he wants.
Well, we're here. We just had some delicious Chinese food.
Yes.
Compliments of Mr. Zuckerman. I'm lighting up a nice fake Cuban cigar, which I don't know why. I'm really enjoying these more than the real Cubans. Johnny, what are you smoking?
I'm smoking a Tatuaje Black that Marco, our buddy at TLG Porsche, what's it called? TLG?
Why is he in every show? Why are we mentioning him every show?
Because he's a great guy.
He gave you that cigar?
He gave me a cigar, a delicious cigar.
And I'm smoking both of these cigars and we'll be puking later.
And we have a great show for you. We have a lot to talk about. It's a couple weeks before our big Pebble Beach show where we're going to rock the house, rock the Pebble Beach Forum. We sold out. They added more seats. They added 50 more seats, and we sold out in a couple of days again, guys. I don't know what's happening.
Twice.
That's 2 times.
Now, look, I think it might have something to do with Jerry Seinfeld's name. I'm not sure it's us, but we can pretend. We can pretend it's our fans that want to see us. But we couldn't be more excited. Now we have like 250 or 300 people there. The forum, the Pebble Beach people are overjoyed. I sent you the email. They're so happy. And I'm excited to get up there. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah. The only thing we need
anything.
The only thing we need is a car. Well, you're selling cars, but first, before we get into that, the only thing you and I need, rather than ship up a car this year, we thought we would get someone to sponsor us. We only need a car for 24 hours, so
If you're listening,
well, Bentley can't do it. Well, got to them too late. Porsche can't do it. Got to them too late. You're saying maybe Mercedes?
I'm going to ask Mercedes. I'm going with Mercedes. They bring a lot of cars, and I think they said like a bunch of G-Wagons will be floating around.
We only need it for 24 hours. And we're going to use it to go to the Quail. We're going to use it to go to Works. We'll be going to the parties Friday night, and then we'll be driving to our show, and then we can leave it at the airport in Monterey and Saturday afternoon.
I'll have my own G-Wagon.
You will?
But I can't. I got stuff on Friday that you
Why
don't
don't you be our cab driver?
Because I can't. On Friday, I'm doing another forum for Motor Trend, and I got to be there.
Johnny Lieberwagen.
Yeah.
We're going to Quail.
Yes.
And aside from looking at everything else, Ford called me up and said, would you like a little time with their CEO, Jim Farley? I said, yes. I'd like to meet him. Like to chat with him.
Oh, isn't he at the track?
He is going to be at the Quail with us.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to do it, and I'm doing the interview. I'm very interested in this company that I might now be in business with because of the Heritage Bronco.
Yes.
But I've been waiting for an allocation. I was talking to Dean. He said, these things are selling for $20 over sticker, these Heritage Broncos. Did you know that? 20 over sticker.
You told
He said,
me
do you know
it.
anybody at Ford? I said, I don't. And then I called him the next day. Hey, good news. I'm going to. I know the CEO, Jim Farley. Should I talk to him about it?
And you knew Chris Farley.
He said, yeah.
They're cousins.
He said,
Are
talk
they
to
really?
Farley about it.
Yeah. Jim Farley and Chris Farley are cousins.
What cousins?
Like they're first cousins.
This was not a very productive joke. I wouldn't keep going with it.
Okay.
The Farley jokes.
They are actually cousins.
No.
He looks just like him. Yeah, no, they're first cousins.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they is. They are.
Jim Farley is Chris Farley's first cousin.
Yes.
All right, this is my first question.
Okay.
I don't trust what comes out of your mouth half the time.
I'm gonna
Johnny
look here.
Lieberman.
I got the Wikipedia.
No,
right
no,
here.
let me ask him. Let's have a little cliffhanger.
Look at his face. It's the same face.
I don't know what he looks like.
He looks like Chris Farley, like a thin, older Chris Farley.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're serious, you guys.
I didn't know that till I made my dumb joke.
Yes,
but
Yes, it's well known. So Jim Farley used to run Scion. He famously launched Scion in the U.S.
Yeah.
And so we all got to know him really well. And, it was always like, yeah, you look like Chris Farley. That's my cousin.
Right.
So, yeah.
Who's Chris Farley's brother there? What's his name?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about anybody. I just know they're cousins.
He was on, and forgive me for not remembering your name, but he was on my late night show, and everybody said just one thing when you're interviewing: don't call him Chris. Just don't. And I said, why would you put that?
In your head.
Yeah, it was Kevin Farley. Kevin Farley was my guest.
Okay.
Why would you put that in my head? Because
Oh,
at a show, you're running at 120 miles an hour.
And a
Your
C
head
and a
is
K
spinning.
are the same.
You've got cards up. You've got prompters up. You've got a million things that you're juggling.
Hi, Chris.
Right before I go on, just don't call him Chris.
And
I called him Chris. I had to edit it out. I said Chris, and he went, oh, and I went, fuck. So they had to edit that whole little thing out of my interview. But luckily, we didn't go live. But yeah, I think about that at night sometimes. Like all my screw ups, all the things.
15 years later.
Oh,
you're
yeah,
still
yeah.
grinding it.
Yeah, I had forgotten this one, but now thanks to you two, now I can
Excellent.
remember that one.
Anytime, Spike.
Yeah. Anyway, we're excited to get up there for Pebble Beach. It's very exciting. This guy, I wanted to play this for you guys before, but I forgot, so you're going to have to bear with me. There's a guy, a sheriff. Here he is right here. Let me see if I see what happens when I turn this up and play this. Did
You got somebody that's driving in the left lane. There's another car and me and another car. We're all waiting to get by him. Not only is he not
I did
driving the
not see
speed
that.
limit,
Oh, is he chasing the kid?
This is a sheriff who chases people in the left lane who are driving slowly and writes them tickets. But just listen to what he says.
he's also driving in the left lane and impeding traffic. He's got room to move over, but hasn't moved over yet. So we're going to make a traffic stop on him. Hey folks, Sheriff Lamb here. So as you know, one of my pet peeves is people camping in the left lane. And I think by the fact that we've had millions of people view these videos, it's also the pet peeve of millions of other Americans. So I'm out here doing God's work today. We're going to stop people from driving in the left lane and being inconsiderate of others. And today we're on the...
It's unbelievable. This is Sheriff Mark Lamb.
Get him on the show.
He's on YouTube.
Get him on the show.
This is how powerful this issue is, right? Right away, someone sent that to me. Right away, I'm watching this guy, and I'm like, and I repost everything, and I put it up there. And then almost immediately, someone goes, yeah, he's amazing. He's running for Senate in Arizona. He wears a cowboy hat.
Oh, you guys can be running mates.
He's an election denier, and he's a Trump supporter.
Excellent.
And I said, I'm going to overlook that because this guy is finally, this is how powerful these quality of life issues are for me. It was so, I felt high when I watched it that someone was going, oh, it's not just me. Who cares about it? And here's a guy, a sheriff. I don't know how he got from Florida, or maybe he's always been from Arizona, but he's doing something. He's pulling people over, Zuckerman.
Is he shooting them?
No, it made me start to go, well, maybe these are powerful issues. Like I felt, you know how I feel about his politics. Not very good. But I still went in my head very quickly, I like this guy because of that one issue. That's how powerful stopping these driving slow in the left lanes or these bad driving issues are. Do you have any new platforms for me?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, we're going to do something.
Okay, if I run, wait, hold on, let's reset. If I were to consider running for governor, it would all be quality of life issues.
Governor Ferriston.
For all of you here. Yeah, it's always been governor.
Yes.
to replace Gavin Newsom.
And I'm your Rudy Giuliani, right?
Yes.
And here I'm crazy, and I'm going to whisper in your ear, Harrison.
Feces.
Animals act much better than people. We let the animals go out of the kill shelters, and we put the people in there. We round up the homeless and put them in the cages.
What?
We promise not.
I can't. No, wait. Why the homeless?
No. Why
No, that's wrong.
Governor Ferriston.
I don't. I just read what he says. I feel terrible for the unhoused people in L.A.
Governor Ferriston, first the big lie. Now you're rounding up the homeless.
I thought you were going to a different direction with that. I thought you were going to say the terrible drivers in L.A. Let's put them in kill shelters.
Oh, this is great.
Then we can take the unhoused and put them in
their houses.
In their houses.
Oh,
How's that?
That works great.
Okay.
And by the way, there's no such thing as a kill shelter. They have no kill shelters, but we changed that for you, Senator Ferris.
There are no kill shelters?
No,
yeah, they are.
They're called no kill shelters.
No, but there are shelters where the animals
Yeah,
are
but they're
put
not
down.
called kill shelters.
But we can change that.
Yes, that's what we're changing.
So,
Governor Ferriston.
So just so we have this,
executing slow drivers. Is this a message you want to send?
is anybody upset about it? I'm not. I would say no one is.
Governor Ferriston.
But just to be clear, we're going to solve the homeless problem by putting the homeless into the houses of the people who don't know how to drive well.
And they go into shelters.
And these other people go in the shelters, and if someone adopts them, fine. And if they get put down, whatever.
7 days, they go in the gas chamber.
Yes.
But
I'm not the governor yet. I'm just running.
Candidate Ferriston.
Yes.
Where do the animals go?
No, they go into streets. They're fine. They act better outside than anyone else. They belong outside.
It's a long campaign.
Yeah, that's a good question. We got to be nice to our animals. Our animals deserve, but I've found many pets outside. When you're kids, if you can get your animals out of the shelters and near playgrounds, the kids would take them home.
Ferriston, when I begged my mother for years.
This is why none of us could hold public office. We're already done. They're already playing this back.
I was
We're already
thinking
in trouble.
about it. I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
If I'm telling you, if there was a politician that had quality of life issues like that, like I'm going to figure out why your mail isn't getting delivered.
I'm going to get the neighbor's mail.
Yeah, I'd be all over it. I'd be like, this is the smartest guy I've ever seen, because that's an issue I can relate to. And obviously it's just the driving ones, but there are a million other ones, right?
I also, Senator Ferriston.
I hope you have some more ideas.
Oh, I do. There is once a week.
Yes.
Once a week, there is a parking lottery, a parking holiday.
Yes.
You don't have no tickets until you have no tickets Tuesday.
That's
no tickets
fantastic.
Tuesday, statewide park, however the fuck you want, wherever you want, however long you want.
Yep.
You're not going to get a ticket. And several times a year, if you have a ticket, you will be given ticket amnesty.
How about free parking for people with Porsches?
Yes.
That's not going to get you a lot of votes. That's going to hurt you.
Well, for that, we can do it. We did it in Santa Monica for the plug-in hybrids and the electric cars, but we have to also take care of our
fake handicap placard users. They also go in the shelter.
Yeah, they go in the shelter.
Kill shelter.
They're going to kill shelter. There are a lot of those.
Yeah, a lot.
There are a lot of those.
Kirsten, I suddenly find myself voting for you with this ticket amnesty idea. That's brilliant.
No ticket Tuesday.
Yes.
Oh.
I'll tell you what else I would do.
I'm going to vote twice.
Now, this would probably be controversial, but I would make all of our...
I like these other rock solid ideas.
This will probably be controversial.
The other ones aren't so controversial, but this would be.
Yes.
I would make our best California schools, like our USCs, our UCLAs, our Berkeleys, just for the California kids, and it'd all be free, and to keep everybody else out. You don't get to come to our California school.
We're here now.
I love it.
Anybody with good grades can go to any one of our great schools, and it's going to be like $100 a year.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We're going to subsidize college for kids.
That's Pat Brown level.
Big
That's
smart.
good. That's
big smart
California.
country. Oh, I got lots of ideas here.
Yeah.
I'd have to. Mrs. Ferriston wants free health care for everybody in the state, and I'd have to do that as well. And I believe
That's
in
fine.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
It's just paid for with taxes, and you don't have to worry about medical debt anymore.
And lastly,
Yes.
this is
What else
this
you
is
got,
the one.
though?
Free puppy dogs. The ones we let out.
See?
Yes.
We take the dogs out, and we give them away for free.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, anytime there's a budget shortfall, pay-per-view executions of meter maids.
Yes. I would also say if you flip somebody off in traffic, we're going to take that finger off.
Yes.
Oh, I need my fingers, Governor Ferguson.
Don't flip anybody off anymore.
And that's televised.
Yes, that's televised. Right.
Mr. So-and-so and Mr. So-and-so were caught giving the finger to people. Today, they will not have fingers.
Yes, we'll remove it.
Oh, no, that's my whole shtick. I know I got to vote.
No,
for the
you
other
can't
guy.
do that
You
anymore.
can't do that.
You can't do that anymore.
You got to use your mouth. You got to use words.
What are we going to do to people sitting at the green lights with the iPhones again?
Ooh.
Execution's too easy. Let's come
An
up with
eye.
Huh?
Eye. An eye for an eye.
That's gross. That's really gross.
Well, it's just a drop, Ferguson, now. You just put a drop in.
What if we just hire like a sumo wrestler with a sledgehammer and they smash their phone
window.
right in front of the windows of their car? That's good. He smashes the windows of their cars and their phone, and we televise that. That would be good.
That would be good. We've got a good platform here.
We
Ferguson.
definitely do. The reason it's so insane right now is there's no ramifications for any bad behavior anymore. Right.
Except parking tickets.
Yeah.
True.
You got to pay parking tickets, yeah. I love this ticket amnesty. That's a
good one,
It's
right?
a winner.
Governor Ferriston.
Yes. Any other questions before I rest?
Suddenly none.
I would never do it to myself or my family, but someone should. Someone should. You know how easy it would make a list? Just a simple list of quality of life issues. Right?
Yeah?
If I feel I'm being overcharged at Erewhon, we burn
You
the
are
place
being
down.
overcharged at Erewhon,
forget
by
it.
the way.
You can't charge $40 for a bottle of water, and if you do, we're shutting your store down, Erewhon.
We should get that little twerp.
What's that?
We'll get the little twerp and the little twerp, Jeff B.
Any supermarket,
and then the sumo wrestler.
any supermarket that's charging 3 times what a bottle of Tide laundry detergent costs at the Ralph's next door, you're shut down. You're price gouging. You're done. Right? Oh, and gas companies. That's the other thing.
You know, this is
I would
we're
wreck
veering into
this monopoly.
socialism, Senator Ferguson. However,
No, I'm not. This is what I'm doing. I'm saying I don't want people to pay $5 a gallon for gas, and it's because of these refineries. I'll take care of that. I'm going to get gas down to a couple of bucks so you can afford gas.
I think this was Hugo Chavez's platform. I'm pretty sure.
Through assassinations. I'm going to have a Delta Force squad, a secret police that will handle that for you. And I'm going to make the middle class be able to live again. That's what I'm going to do.
He's gone mad with power.
yes, drunk with power.
No, I can't believe no one's doing that. Everybody seems to be screwing everybody here. Right? Yeah. What does it cost to go out to dinner now?
Inflation's
Yeah,
nuts.
3 people go out to dinner. What does it cost? $600?
$600.
At least, yeah.
Come on.
Inflation's gone wild with food.
Yeah.
And nobody's saying anything. And
What can you do?
you realize there were price controls in our lifetime?
There were?
Yeah, Nixon got rid of them, but there were definite price controls on staples.
Well, I'm gonna fix all that when I'm governor.
You're going to fix it.
Yeah, and then you and I will end up in jail like Giuliani and Trump. But at least
It'll
we
be
would
a
have
good
had
run.
a good time.
It'll be-
And we would have at least been trying to do something to make people's life better.
I will be selling the pardons. That will be my special office.
That's right.
Yes.
Making people's life better through assassinations for bad driving qualities. All right, let's do an ad. Who doesn't want to follow up that first act? Well, it's none other than our next partner, AG1. The daily foundational nutrition supplement that supports whole body health. I drink it literally every day. I gave AG1 a try because I was tired of taking so many supplements and wanted a single solution that supports my entire body and covers my nutritional bases every single day. I don't like pills. I don't like vitamins. I do like vitamins. I just wanted to take them in a drink and make it easy. All great athletes like me have one thing in common. They take their care of their bodies. Like this cigar I'm smoking that has athletic greens in it. And a huge part of that starts with optimizing whole body health. They actually sent me a big box of stuff 2 days ago, and Erica opened it. She goes, "What is this big green box that says AG1 on it?" And I opened it up. It was a sweatshirt. It was a shopping bag. And it was this glass container to mix it with a bamboo top, no plastic, a glass straw, and
With a pipe?
and
Some Pure Boys.
and a lighter. And Erica said, "Let's
In
smoke."
a spoon?
And she said, "What is this?" And I pitched her AG1. She was instantly in, and she was telling me today. I go, "What?" She goes, "This glass bottle and the bamboo top and the glass straw. I know I like this company." She Googled it, all organic things. She goes, "Sign me up. I'm in." Now she's
You
on
can
AG1.
take your free stuff and sell it to her.
No, I need more free stuff from them, but I'm happy. I'm always happy to subscribe to.
Is she suddenly a tennis fanatic?
She hates tennis. but she
Keep
appreciates
She
it.
hates you.
She likes that I'm out of the house and that I have something to focus on
Other than her.
a couple hours. Yeah, if not, I'll be drilling down on the whole house. Anyway, AG1. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/spike911. That's drinkag1.com/spike911. And there you go. Golden seal of approval from Erica Ferriston, which is difficult to get. I deleted my Twitter.
You did?
I just wanted to say that.
Oh,
Tired of
you mean
Mr.
your
Musk.
ex?
Yeah, it was on that day. I just went, I've had enough. And it's such a funny set of emotions that you have. I didn't have much of a following there. I had 15,000 people or something, and it never really grew over 5 years. But you still feel like, God, I'm letting go of something. But the X happened, and I deleted it and went to Threads. I have not looked back.
Yeah.
It was really easy. And it wasn't much traction there anyways. You know, I tag you every time I put a show up, but there's nothing going on there because, in my opinion, it's not working right. You know, the podcast used to get loaded up automatically from Audio Boom straight to there. That broke down. I would tweet things out. No one would even see it. You know, I lost my blue check, but didn't care about it.
Yep,
I was definitely not
same.
going to subscribe. And I didn't really know who, you know, you'd get these messages. Most of my messages were Chinese porn DMs. Like,
Could you forward those? Oh, you deleted them.
they were just all, I think, Chinese language numerals and letters, and just, you know, hey, handsome. And I was getting 10 of those a day. But the most interesting piece is you get through that little window of fear and insecurity, dropping it, and you're happier.
I just never logged back onto Facebook after the last election. It just got so ugly. I was just sitting there. I'm like, why am I fighting with everyone about like, you know, Trump? Like, I don't need this. And yeah, I lost touch with some high school friends, but whatever.
Big deal.
Yeah, exactly. So I haven't looked back.
I've never been on Facebook, never on Twitter. I think I did have accounts, but I never took to it. Didn't interest me.
Facebook is good for older folks if you have older friends. And it's all about, hey, here's what my family did. And I don't mind that stuff.
My wife does that for us, so it's fine.
I guess I would visit it maybe once a week, but I do like, you know, seeing what everybody's doing. I like to see what my friends are doing from my hometown and stuff.
I just cut the cord and haven't looked back. And you know, I'm a pretty big Instagram user. I'm on there way too much, and I like Instagram. It's fine. Same company.
Yeah, listen to that rave going on out there.
There is a rave.
Wow, if you can hear that thump,
That's some good thumping.
that's definitely that stage out there.
That's like 10 miles away.
5.
5 miles away.
Okay, this. I can't believe Chris Farley and Jim Farley are related. I mean, I was going, geez, what do I talk to this guy about? But now I know what the whole interview is going to be about.
You knew Mr. Farley.
I did, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. He was fun. He was a fun dude. Let's see, what are we going to talk about? Oh, December, REM Sotheby's. Did you, RM Sotheby's.
REM.
I'm high on
Shiny,
cigars.
happy car people.
Did you see that they are auctioning off DiCaprio's Wolf of Wall Street Countach 25th anniversary car?
Really?
That was announced this week, the 1989 Countach, chassis number KLA 12722, Bianco Polo. It's from that scene in the movie. Do you remember where he's crawling to it,
Yeah.
high on
Fantastic.
drugs? Maybe I'm wrong. I'll ask you guys in a second, but I think this is a highly desirable car because of that. I think it's the one movie car. Well, there are a few movie cars, but you think of Bullitt Mustang and other cars that
Tom
were famous.
Cruise 928.
Yeah. What one's that?
Risky business.
Risky Business.
Yeah.
Maybe this highly desirable. What do you think?
I agree. Absolutely. And it gets attention. For
Yeah.
sure it helps with the whole auction.
It's a key car because, you know, for our generation, the Countach was the poster car, but for kids who never had posters, that was their reintroduction, their first introduction to the Countach.
Right.
Because they all saw the movie and like, here's this guy, what was he on acid and ketamine or something?
Right.
Like, you know, crawling. And yeah, it's huge.
But just
car.
the spirit of that movie, which I go back and I watch that movie once a year. It's one of my favorite movies. I just love the spirit of it. And that scene in particular. To own that car, I would actually want to own that car. That would be fun.
You need to get that.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm not going to get it, but I would imagine it's going to sell for a lot of money. What's a Countach worth at this point? Matt would know.
It depends. They're anywhere from $500,000 to 1.5, depending on the Countach.
So what's the multiple on it? I bet you that car goes for 3 to 5.
Ooh, that sounds like a lot.
Nope. That is, I bet two guys.
Should we make a bet?
Ooh.
I think we need a bet.
We don't need to bet, but we can put a friendly, let's just put down some numbers. What do you think?
I think it goes for 1.2. 1.2.
1.2.
I'd say 1.5, but I don't. That's the high end for Countach's. It's a 25th anniversary, which it's the most common one. Mm-hmm. It was in the movie, but Periscopa, which is there's only 40 of them. Those are the ones that bring in the big dollars. So
okay.
I would say 1.5.
It's going to set a record for Countach's.
You think?
Yep.
Whoa.
It's super desirable to, I bet, the tech bro crowd that has money. That car is a super desirable thing. If I had the money, I'd be bidding on it, and I would bid as high as, like I said, I'd probably stop around $4 million.
4?
Yep. It's worth it because it is an iconic scene from an iconic movie, and it's an iconic car. It's a big winner.
Credit for being right about things often. I don't agree with him here, but I give it a possibility.
All right, well, we're going to test the market.
We let's spend some time thinking about this. I want if you're thinking 4, I could bet some money that it won't go for 4. But I got to figure out
the money piece of it is not so much interesting. We say it on the show, and then someone will be right.
Huh?
So here we are.
All right, 1.5 is the ceiling on that car.
Oh, you're right.
Because it's the 25th anniversary.
What's that? It's not about the car. It's about the movie. It's about the movie, and that is a beloved movie, like a beloved movie. My kids watch that movie. They love it. Well,
a beloved movie. Your children are watching that drug-fueled orgy movie.
They see it. No, not the younger one, but they see stuff on TikTok, and then you go, hey, there's this great movie I'm going to let you watch someday. They go, I watched it.
That is funny, right?
They go to these great movies,
I just
Fight Club. I'm like, where did you hear about Fight Club? Because saw it on TikTok, and then I wanted to go watch it. Network. All of these great films, they're suddenly being introduced that way. You can't tell them. You can't say, "Here's a great movie." They won't watch it.
They got to find it themselves.
But if their beloved TikTok says it, God, it makes me upset.
Right. Well, we shall see.
All right. Did we cover this Tesla lawsuit?
No, we were texting about it.
Oh, you mean
okay. Let's hold on. Let me just set it up before you guys jump ahead. The directive to present the optimistic range estimates from Tesla CEO Elon Musk, this person said, Reuters could not determine whether Tesla uses algorithms that boost range estimates or not. Neither Tesla nor Musk responded to detailed questions from Reuters for last week's article. So, essentially, they lied about the miles to charge, and they covered it up. Yes,
we did talk briefly about
we
this
did talk
last
about
week.
it, I thought.
We did.
Yeah.
And
but it's worth revisiting because it's
Well, now it's a class action.
And it's going to be for big money.
But it's three people filed the class action.
Yes.
Is that normal? Only 3?
Well, yeah, you get that's why it's called a class action. You take one person as a representative. You have a class representative, and you file suit on behalf of everyone else in his category of people who bought Teslas based upon the supposedly, allegedly false mileage estimates. And then everybody, when these things settle, the lawyers who do class actions take a big chunk of change, and then anybody who bought a Tesla gets a coupon for $100 off their next Tesla.
How do they prove this?
Well, the allegation is that when people were complaining that, hey, you're saying it gets, I'm making this up, 300 miles of range, I'm only seeing 260, they wrote some kind of code that would show them 300 miles of range until the battery got below a point where they would then plug it in normally. So in their heads, they were getting the full range, and they were, every time they got a complaint canceled,
right,
they do a software update. It's like, oh, yep, now it's getting it, even though it wasn't. It was just showing them they were. So it's pretty...
It's brazen fraud.
So does the odometer lie? So if I went home...
Not the odometer.
But if I went home and charged it for 300 miles and then drove and looked at my odometer before and after...
But the odometer, that was never in question. What it is...
So I could gauge my range in a general way.
If you drove it to empty, you would find out it was not
Only
300.
260. Yeah.
No, I can tell you right now, I'm not getting what it on a full charge.
Yeah.
I know just from
but
driving.
people-
I didn't drive 300 miles in 2 days.
But people were filing service tickets.
Right.
And then when they got people to cancel their
Yeah,
service
I
ticket,
understand.
they were like ringing a bell or high-fiving or something. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So
That part I don't care about.
pretty
but
insidious.
It's the lie.
Yeah,
the lie.
yeah. It's pretty insidious.
Yeah, it is.
So I was telling Zuckerman, take it, class action.
Well, it sounds like it's already somebody else's case.
Yes, and then it's a class action thing. As I told you, I have Tesla cases, but for other reasons.
Yeah. Oh, you told us.
We're going to do Dear Zuckerman in a little bit, but let's talk about what everybody's driving. We can start with Zuckerman. He's got a new acquisition that we didn't know about. We pulled up.
Yeah.
Another surprise car.
I opened the garage, and there it is.
I pulled in the driveway. I was getting this stuff, and you were on the phone and hosing something. And then you made a point of opening. I heard the garage door open, and I knew I was about to see a new car. I didn't even have to look. I knew, he's opening it to debut something. Tell everybody what it is.
It is a 1972 BMW 3.0 CSI.
Lovely car.
And
From 1972.
1972. And it's in Ceylon Gold, a country that no longer exists. That's now Sri Lanka.
It's also a T.
Yes, that's true.
And it looks orange.
It's a beautiful gold, though. Some golds are not beautiful. That is a beautiful,
Right.
sparkly 70s gold.
It is. And as a 72, it has the original as-designed bumpers.
Wow.
As a CSI, it's one of the few fuel-injected versions. They had Cs. They had 2800 Cs and then CSs. Those were carbureted. And the CSI was the highest option until you got to the CSL lightweights, the Batmobiles. So this car was owned by a friend of mine. And
5-speed?
It was originally a 4-speed, but he modified it. He did an aftermarket overdrive gear to make it very nice on the freeway. And he added a period-correct limited slip differential. While rated at 200 horsepower and 3,000 pounds. So imagine a 73 RS is 2150 or 2100 and 210 horsepower. This car is much bigger. It's heavier by 800 pounds and change, but it's pulling really darn good. And if I would tell you that my guesstimate would be that it's probably got, and I don't know if it's ever been rebuilt, but it feels stronger than 200, maybe 220. I had the thing flying.
It's a gorgeous interior.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, the interior is so good.
The interior is unique. I had not seen a car like that ever.
Yeah.
It's got this deep dish front dash place where you
With
can,
wood.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
wood
you can
is
put a
so
little
good.
bobblehead. You said it was boaty, and
Yeah.
you're right. But everywhere you look, there were all these interesting design cues I'd never seen before.
It was it was
Is
designed.
it unique in that way, or is that what all 70s BMWs?
No,
interiors look
it
like?
was the Neue class, the new class of BMWs that debuted with the 1600, which you would recognize as a 2002. That body type was in the 60s, and that saved BMW from
see. Right.
bankruptcy.
Yep.
And as they got a little more liquid, they wanted a halo car, and they had a guy by the name of Hofmeister of Hofmeister Kink design this car, and this is the first car that had his kink.
I'll be looking at
Yes.
Pornhub later tonight.
Yes. And so it's known, of course, for its very delicate A and C pillars and the lack of any B pillar. It is the best pillarless two-door coupe out there.
It's gorgeous.
And it drives like a BMW. It has amazing steering and handling. Although, as you recognize, it's got kind of a funny seating position and an odd, slightly large.
I didn't think it was funny. I liked it a lot. But the back seats, those little scoopy back seats, are the best.
They're very cool.
Yeah, built in.
Yeah.
But the wood option, that would have been just for the higher trim cars. It would have just been like black plastic on the C's or whatever.
Those 3.0s and the 2800s did come with it.
They all had wood?
I believe, but
I feel like I've been in one that was just a 2800 that had like black plastic. It was fine,
But my compliments to Jose C., the prior owner of this car, who sourced it through our friend Felipe at Mint Classics a number of years ago, and really, did a nice job of bringing the car to the condition that it's in now, and it needs very, if we did the thing on it, it would just be taking it from 9 to 10. You know,
Right,
a couple
right.
of little items. You know, some,
I already started a punch list.
yes.
Ashtray.
Yeah, the ashtray's broken.
Don't touch that.
So last week we said, hey, Zuckerman, are you thinking about getting a CSI?
Yeah.
And he got one. So I think we should think of a car this week. So for next week, he'll have...
No, last week he said, I'm selling cars. I've got to sell some cars.
If you
And
go
now
back-
he's buying them.
I asked him, though, I said, you ever thought about 1600, 2002
I don't doubt you. I don't doubt you.
CSI?
But
And
what are
he's
you
like,
doing?
I'm thinking about it.
You're selling cars up in Monterey.
Yes.
You said I have to get rid of cars, and now you've just added another
This
one
was
in.
a car I always wanted. I just always wanted this car, and frankly, I thought I honestly didn't think I was going to win the auction.
Where was the auction?
On Bring a Trailer.
Oh, it was.
I bought a car
Okay.
on Bring a Trailer. I did not think I was going to win, and
you
I didn't
did.
cry when I won.
That's how I got the old Land Rover, the
Yeah.
Series 2A. I was just fooling around.
I thought I was helping my friend by
but
goosing someone.
we've got the GT4 RS coming in a week,
I
or
know.
2 weeks, right?
I know.
And then
I'm sick. I'm like a
Followed
glutton.
by the 3RS.
I know.
All right.
I know.
So I just
don't
wanna
know.
say-
I will do it. I don't know what I'm. You know me. If I like
I love this car. I'm
Yeah.
happy you bought it.
If I like the 4RS or the 3RS, I'll drive them. If not, you will have the pleasure of driving them on our behalf.
I got a lot of press cars.
I just want to say to you, Zuckerman, Bentley Mulsanne Speed. Just want to say it. Bentley Mulsanne Speed.
Why would I buy one of those?
Just saying it. Just,
Because the Bentley I just drove was outstanding.
well, the
What year
Ooh,
was that?
you know what? Do you know?
2012, 2015 are the good looking ones.
You think? People would be lining up to spit on me as I drove by in
no,
that
they
car.
have
I would-
five-spoke
They
wheels.
do that now, Zuckerman. Irrespective
Pocket loogies. I get
of
to
the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. British Racing Green Mulsanne Speed. Just
You know
saying
what?
it. Just saying it.
I'm getting that big SUV,
Oh, the Bentayga?
EWB.
Yeah, the extended wheelbase Bentayga. Yeah.
That's
We could do a show on that.
The BB.
I'm taking it for a little spin down
Yeah,
in Orange
we
County.
could do a show
for
on that.
Labor Day.
Nice.
I'm excited about that.
Nice.
I love those cars. But Zuckerman, have they started marketing your cars up at Pebble Beach?
Yes,
Somebody
they're in
sent
the
me the
Gooding
Mercedes.
books.
Somebody sent me the
They're
Mercedes.
in the
Hold on,
Gooding catalog.
Oh my God, everybody talks over each other. I saw the Mercedes. Somebody sent it to me. Are the other cars?
Yes.
And they're all at Gooding.
Yes.
So they're all in that Gooding catalog.
Yes.
Oh, I shouldn't have thrown that away. It comes in a big FedEx, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I throw it away. It's so
Oh, I
heavy.
love those.
Those are great. I have a collection
but
of those.
But the internet.
No,
Yeah, but those
I
are nice
like the
books.
tactile feel of the catalog. I like being able to sit down and instead of looking at my phone and having my right eye fall out of my head, I get the catalog. And Broad Arrow did some really nice catalogs too recently.
Auction catalogs are the best. And plus, what's cool is on these, where there's 125 cars per catalog, you learn a lot.
You sure
There's all
do.
kinds of cool shit to learn.
Yeah,
It's
but
great.
you get in your desktop. I get a big screen, and I just.
But then you
put
get
it up
distracted. Someone texts you.
There. No, I don't.
Okay.
I cut my fingers on these catalogs. They're too sharp. They're heavy. I don't want more clutter in my house. I don't want more paper.
I'm all
it's
about
a
clutter.
highlight of the season for me to get these catalogs.
Really?
I'm with
I like
I'm with
the
Z.
Gooding will put in one of those little tiny ones, and I'll tuck that in.
That's like your racing form instead of the whole.
That's
But
what you bring
isn't
to-
your house full of crap at this point?
Yes.
Yes.
And you want more crap?
I throw away some of the older ones.
You're
I
right.
keep the ones
That
when
you
I
have
bought a
cars.
car.
Right.
But I have them at the office right now, and to get them and to say, okay, this is a good reason. I can finally stop working for once because I'm gonna, go through.
But
the
then you're
catalog.
putting your reading glasses on.
I always have my reading glasses on.
Yeah.
At this point,
Hey, Grandpa.
I dig them. I dig those
All right,
catalogs.
well,
They're
there
the
you go.
best.
I don't. Stop sending them to me.
The little cheat sheets, what you bring to the auction. And you
Yes.
put notes.
that's like when you're at the race.
Exactly.
You read the big
I like
sheet.
David invites us every year. We go there Friday. We have a nice coffee. We see the cars in person. I love that. That's really fun. We talk to David. We talk to Charlie. We see that's great.
That was
I'm-
this Saturday. We missed it.
I am looking forward to
It's
seeing
not.
my.
It's Friday. It's Friday, the day of the auction. You show up there.
Oh, yeah.
That
Sorry.
doesn't happen yet.
No, he had a thing in Van Nuys.
Yeah, I don't go to that
Oh,
either.
I go
I'm
to
not
that.
interested in that.
I missed it.
I'm really interested in seeing my cars under their
Yes,
lights and seeing
me
how
too.
desirable they look to me.
What we got to do, Zuckerman, we got to make a point of going there Friday, it'll be Friday because I guess
We have to.
we don't have time. We'll go there.
It's
and-
across.
hold on,
Blah.
and we will talk up these cars next to them because no one will know they're your cars. We'll say, well, this
That sounds like something Fats would have come up with, or my dad. My dad used to say, my dad would tell, when he was selling a car, he would tell my mother, make sure you call out the door and say the out-of-state buyers on the telephone, as if that was going to fool anybody looking at the car.
Yeah, let's go talk up your cars and see if we can.
Well, we'll do it.
Can we put some stickers on them?
Whatever you want.
They always have really touchy security there.
We'd distract them. There's 3 of us.
Last year, as you recall, we put a sticker on what? The new GT3 RS, was
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we do that again. Are you going to the Porsche party?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Come on.
It's the only party worth going to.
Well, I'm a guest in Mercedes. I think it's the same night and time as the Mercedes party. So
all right, we'll go to that.
Yeah. But my point was, it's right near where we're podcasting from. The forums are like catty corner from the Goodington. So you can walk right over before or
really?
after.
So Saturday morning.
So use that. You get those parking passes, lot 11.
Yeah, those are good ones.
That's the best.
We don't have a car to put in it.
That's
but
worth $1,000. That parking pass.
Ooh, I got some extra ones.
I was very excited.
Who wants to buy them?
Yeah, I got that. I was
Can you imagine we just sell our passes and don't even go? We just go to Musso and Frank's.
Where are you?
Changed our
We
mind.
were kidding.
We were kidding.
yeah.
No, I'm excited.
I showed my wife, I'm like, do not throw this away under penalty of divorce. This is worth so much. She's like, what is it?
Got some. What are we going to bring? Now I feel like since everybody was so great buying tickets that we should bring things up for them. You know,
I mean,
the
that BMW would turn a lot of heads.
No, I mean, you know, you were talking about the printing up the Dear Zuckerman thing that for us to autograph. I think that's a good idea.
Done. That's easy. I got a high res from Dear Zuckerman.
You did?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it doesn't have to be a big piece.
No, would you say 8 by 10.5 or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the receipt.
Okay.
Hanger will take care of it.
Done.
And then we can sign those and hand them out. Those are fun.
I'll do it Monday.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll at least give us something to give back to our friends.
And we got just print 300 up.
And we really are grateful that you guys bought tickets. All of that money goes to the Boys and Girls Club of Monterey, and we crushed it for them and made them a lot of money, and that's thanks to you. So we're really happy about it. Let's do an ad, and then let's do Dear Zuckerman. And tonight,
I drove a Charger.
Oh, was it good?
It's great.
Yeah,
It's a 392 Shakedown.
all right. You got a minute.
All right. It's great. No, it's
A Charger what?
It's a Dodge Charger 392 Shakedown. The Charger went out of production 3 days ago, so this is it.
And it's called the Shakedown?
Shakedown. It's got the shaker
I don't know
hood.
about this car.
Yeah, I mean it's a 392 with a shaker hood and a stripe, but you know, it's a big dumb dinosaur of a muscle car. It's a 485 horsepower automatic. It's killer. It's the best. I love it. It's everything.
End of an era.
You really do like it. What does it cost?
I love it. 65, something like that. 65,000.
A lot of car for the money.
Yeah, I mean, you know, somehow they've gone up 20 grand in the last couple of years, but cars are expensive. I drove the new Mustang, 64,000 for a GT, not a whatever, not a dark horse. So cars are just a fortune now. New
I'm
cars.
going to have to ask Chris Farley about that one.
Yeah,
Ford
I
Mustang.
don't call him Chris.
Whatever you do.
Don't say that.
What if you called him Kevin?
Don't say that.
That reminds me of Cheech and Chong. Don't look at his neck. Remember Up in Smoke? Whatever you do, don't look at his neck.
I had them on the show too. I had a bad memory with them. I had to I recorded them, and then there was a writer strike. Weirdly, I think, and I had to bounce them to a later show, and they were upset about it because they had a live show. Now
I
I'm
wasn't
thinking
looking
about
at his
that.
neck. Do you know? Remember Strawberry? He had his flashback, his Vietnam flashback in that movie. You know who that actor was?
No.
A young Tom Skerritt.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. pretty
You know,
sure.
Tommy Chong's in Brentwood a lot. I always see him walking around at the Brentwood Country Mall.
He's still walking?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's
looks great.
80.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's an old dude.
Yeah, I love their movies.
I heard they're redoing Up in Smoke. Is that true?
Everything's up. I
Okay.
don't know. They're redoing
Why wouldn't
anything
they
that
redo
worked.
it?
I mean, hey, great movie.
Who's going to be in it? How will it work?
Them.
Who would be the Ajax girl?
There's no more Hollywood, Johnny.
Margot Robbie. What do I know?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Margot Robbie snorts Ajax, breaks the internet, earns $1 billion for one moment of snorting Ajax.
Exactly.
Margot Robbie can do anything she wants right now.
Oh, yeah, she can.
She just made $1 billion. She just made $1 billion for Mattel. Did you hear what happened right after? The Crayon people said they're going to form their own media. I'm not joking. Crayon said, we're going to start making movies. We're going to make the Crayon movie.
The Crayola?
Yeah. Who's not going to go see the Crayon? It's the same as Barbie.
I think we should do the Blue Chew movie. Starring Zuckerman.
Snorting them with my hose.
They might be on their way to their own Lifetime movie with the way he's acting on Twitter.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Blue Chew movie.
Oh, we're talking about Vredestein.
Ooh.
Vredestein, the official tire partner of Spike's Car Radio. As you know, Jerry Seinfeld got new Vredesteins on his Bahama Blue 1966 original mile Beetle convertible. Erica Ferriston got Quattrack Pros on her Tesla that were designed by Italian design Giugiaro. Giorgetto Giugiaro, who also designed the M1, the De Tomaso, Mangusta, the Alfa Romeo, Alfetta GT, the Ghibli, the Lotus Esprit. These guys, and these Seiko watches, which are actually beautiful. These are Seikos I love, including the Sigourney Weaver Aliens watch. Did you know that?
Yes.
Zuckerman, we can put Vredesteins on this new BMW.
I think we should.
We should talk to them about that. And as I understand it, Johnny, you're getting a new set.
Well, I have a set on my Alfa Romeo, and I have a set on my 914, which doesn't exist, but I'm getting new wheels, and I texted Vredestein, and they said, hey, we're going to send you some, I think they're called pincers. It's their off-road tire, and I'm going to get a set for the Rivian. So I'll have Vreds on everything I own.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And as I understand it, they're getting them for the Subaru Crosstrek that I haven't even ordered yet for young Jack Ferriston.
I saw that. Looks good.
We love these tires. These guys are a great, Beth. I think just an amazing old secret, right? Didn't really know who they were, and I think only held back by their name. We call them Vreds now. We're putting Vreds on. Vredestein tires are the official tire sponsor. Partner of Spike's Car Radio, and as you see, we're not just talking the talk, we're walking the walk or whatever. We're putting them on the car.
Drive.
Yeah, and I do like these tires, and I highly recommend them. You got to use them.
They're great.
You got to use. You got to take care of the people that take care of us. But in this case, they made it onto the show. If you got a crappy product, you end up going away because we sink
Blue
it. We sink it. Yeah. Yeah. I just threw away my Blue Chew. I was cleaning out under my cabinet, and I found a packet of Blue Chew, and it had expired like a year and a half ago.
You go for the dog to see what would happen.
Now, if the Blue Chew comes back into your life, that's the movie. It comes back as like a monster.
As I said, I took the Blue Chew. It just turned my face red. Nothing happened. I was watching TV with a red face, and Erica said, "What are you doing? Why is your face red?" I said, "I decided, baby." I said, "I tried Blue Chew." She goes, "What is that? Does that mean you're turned on?" I go, "No, not at all. I'm just uncomfortable and hot. I'm hot. I think it's a sunburn drug." I really don't understand it. I really don't.
Come here, baby.
But maybe if I have that problem someday, then maybe I would take it again.
You'll be digging through the trash. Don't forgive me my Blue Chew back.
Where is it? Where's my expired Blue Chew?
I'm seeing it now. Red face zombie movie. Everyone takes boner pills and they get a red face.
Spike's bleeding from his eyes.
Am I wrong? I mean, Zuckerman, you have some medical knowledge about this stuff. It seemed like
it brings blood to the surface.
It brings blood to the surface that could actually just help you with sore ligaments and muscles or anything. It just the fact that they focus it in on your penis seems ridiculous.
They didn't. It was invented. It was tested as a heart medication. And they thought that it would help blood flow, and they found all of these heart patients sporting boners.
They found them. His story.
Doctor, this has gone terribly wrong.
Look, we found another one. A heart patient with a boner. That's not even true. That's not even remotely true.
It was entirely 100% true.
They found that there was a side effect, you're saying.
All pills have side effects. The main side effect is what they wanted to do.
But was the side effect that these men who had erectile dysfunction suddenly did not?
No, they found that even if they were regular people, all of a sudden they had lead in their pencil.
But that was not my experience. I had tomato cheeks.
Not Viagra.
Yes. It's the same drug.
It didn't work for you.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I would say it's.
But if you have,
just like firing in all directions.
But you're right. But right? It doesn't. It's like anything else. It doesn't work right for everyone. Some people, it will get such a blood flow there they go blind. The blood goes
This is
to
the best movie
you
Allegedly.
you can lose your vision
Yes.
if you take and if you some people will think typical behavior. If one is good, three must be better. And
they
they
go
wreck
blind.
their eyes. Yeah.
I think we get Pete Davidson, Margot Robbie. We got to hit.
The Blue Chew movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It writes itself, actually.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do Dear Zuckerman. And as I mentioned before, these are all summer vacation related questions for you, Zuckerman. Right?
I'm an expert.
And in case you haven't heard Dear Zuckerman before, these are actual Dear Abby letters. We just cross out the word Abby and replace it with Zuckerman.
And then we toss her advice in the trash.
Yeah, in the trash with the Blue Chew.
Just spit up soda.
Dear Zuckerman, I married a widower 8 years ago, and we are very happy. However, his 3 grown daughters were angry that he moved on with his life after the death of their mother. To keep the peace in the family, I have tried to kill them with kindness. We open our pool every summer so the children and grandchildren can swim. Frequently after they leave, though, I find my pool floats have been damaged. All 3 of his daughters are very large women. It's quite a segue in your letter, ma'am. I bought a new chair for my deck recently and noticed that it has a weight limit of 250 pounds. All 3 daughters exceed that weight limit, especially together. I'm considering selling the chair because I'm afraid someone will get hurt. Is there a way to let them know they shouldn't sit in my new chair without turning it into an awkward situation? Zuckerman.
Well, since you're so well liked by your stepchildren, I see, and since they have a habit of wrecking everything, it sounds. Well, no wonder why Mom's not around anymore. But it's
How is this a letter? Wouldn't you just
Get a new chair,
think about this.
lady.
You're talking to your husband about the chair. If they sit in it, they're gonna break the chair
And get hurt.
And by the way, it's not about them getting hurt. We know you don't care about them getting hurt. It's about them breaking your new chair. But wouldn't you just put the chair in the house or put it in the garage?
Or something like that. I can't believe you're concerned about this.
Why are you-
Ooh, do I say something? Do I sell the chair? Just put it somewhere else.
I just like
Hide it.
my pool floats are damaged. You mean those like $6.99
She's
Walmart
considered.
things?
You have to. The inference is that she thinks it may be on purpose. That they don't like her, so they damage her things on purpose.
I think the inference is also she's trying to poison the well for the reader. That
Yes.
these are people I don't like.
Bad
I don't
people.
think she kills them with kindness. I think
No.
she's deserving of their anger.
Yeah, it's,
right.
I find some true passive aggressive behavior is
Me
going
too.
on there.
Yes.
Well, lady, I think you should. Why don't you buy 3 of those chairs and say, "Have a seat, please, all 3 of you at once."
You have to sit here.
Yes. It's so weird that someone would,
And
When were they coming over? 8 months from now? You have to write a letter to a newspaper. You have to wait for it to get printed. You have to hope that you get picked. You really don't have a strategy?
By the way, she knew what she was marrying into. I don't think no one was hiding these 3 women with a combined weight of 1,000 pounds. She knew she was marrying a guy.
Yeah, what does your husband look like?
Yeah, and you knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, why did you buy that chair?
Why'd you buy that husband? Why did you?
This rave is off the hook.
Yeah, look at the rave. It's going. Here, if I direct the mic out there, you can probably hear it. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. We'll take a nice picture of that. All right, letter number 2. Dear Zuckerman, my neighbors, whom I don't know well, are flying an American flag that is literally in shreds. You can no longer tell that it has red stripes because it is all fake, faded pink color. This upsets me greatly because I feel it is disrespectful to our country and inconsiderate to veterans. Is there anyone I could contact about this to see that it's taken care of?
Yeah, your psychiatrist. Yeah, I mean, it's none of your business. What if they contact you about things that
Your
you don't?
psychiatrist.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's 10 things you do that they don't like. It's called live and letting it live and be a neighbor. Yeah, they've got an old tattered flag. Okay, deal with it. Big deal.
Governor Ferriston, I don't like my neighbor's flag.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
I
going
hope
to do
they-
anything about
What
that.
if they
but
replace it with like a big Trump flag?
Yeah.
but if you see your neighbor not signaling before a turn, I'll take care of it. I will take care of that. Letter number 3. By the way, I'm not sure how that was a summer vacation letter, but it could have
4th
been.
of July. They put it out for 4th of July,
All right.
Ferris.
Here's another one. This is a family vacation here. Okay, Dear Zuckerman, my daughter and her husband visited his mother and stepdad, Gil, a few months ago.
Gilberto.
No, Gil. Do you think, is that short for Gilberto or Gilbert?
Gilbert, yeah. Gilbert Grape.
Gil gave my daughter, who's married, an inappropriate hug with his hand sliding to her buttocks. She said Gil had done this before and it made her uncomfortable. Then recently, my family and I visited Gil and his wife, and Gil gave me a hug around my back and then slid his hand down to my buttocks and grabbed them. Gil's wife was standing in front of us when he did it. I looked at her in shock. She looked down at the floor and then at me, expressionless. I know Leah and I should have said something, that must be the wife, when it happened, but we were caught off guard and didn't call him out. Zuckerman, how do you think this should be handled?
Gil sounds like a real party favor. Sounds like we should have him at every party we ever throw. Gil is out of his mind, and you need to say something. I mean, you need to get your hand off my ass, Gil. What are you doing touching my ass? You do it to my daughter, too. Gil, what the fuck is wrong with you, Gil?
You would confront him.
You have to.
Yes, he's
You have
sexually
to.
assaulting your family.
Yes.
Yes.
Why should you walk
Gil,
away?
what is wrong with you?
Yeah. What
But
are you
nobody's saying
doing?
anything to Gil.
Yeah, so he's just emboldened. Call him on it. You got to call him on it.
What else is he doing?
Yeah,
Could you
like-
have Gil arrested, do you think? Does
if-
that
if-
qualify?
Okay, if my daughter, if my
It's
daughter
a grown
was-
woman, the
if-
daughter. She's
Yeah.
in her 30s and married.
Well, yeah, then it's but I wouldn't let my grandkids around
That's
this guy.
that's another part.
That's
of it.
another thing, and I would tell the ex-wife or whatever, you saw it. Hey man, we're not coming over. If Mr. Hot Hand can't keep it under control.
Mr. Hothead.
Yeah, Mr. Hot Hand. Can I give
Is
you the
that,
hot
is that,
hand?
that legally, is that assault?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's it's sexual assault.
So there's-
you can't
there
put
you
your
go.
hand down someone's crackly women.
There's
Well, he didn't put it down. He put it on the outside.
It does.
gave it a
Okay,
gentle
now
squeeze.
you tell
that
me.
still is a no-fly zone, an area of design. Gil's getting aroused in some way.
Yes.
That's his blue chew.
You know what he needs? He needs some sort of device on him to prove that he's
PPG
aroused.
we talked about.
Yes,
Remember
yes.
the PPG?
Yes. All right,
You know
here
about
we
the
go.
penis guy?
right.
What was it? Penis pressure guide?
Yeah, forget about that.
We're not going to talk about that?
I don't think so.
Sounds like Zuckerman really wants to
There
talk
are
about it.
families listening. We
There
have
are?
30. Yes. I don't believe in that technology. If
But
the
you
lie
were
detector, if the
aware-
lie, I was. If the lie detector is not admissible,
You
in
surprised
court-
me that you knew about it.
Yeah.
I didn't never heard of it.
Yes, I tried to fashion some comedy about it years ago, but
Didn't work.
It-
fell flat.
It fell
Went
flat.
soft.
Dear Zuckerman, our final letter. While the rave goes on out here at the Lincoln lawyer's house. By the way, I was watching Lincoln Lawyer last night, and I saw your house.
I can't believe
It's
it.
in the Lincoln Lawyer. The Lincoln Lawyer comes up the street, and there was your house in the background. I got really excited.
I have to time it so that I'm there in the open door
Zuckerman.
next time.
And I'm you're the Lincoln Lawyer. You're the real life Lincoln Lawyer.
Should I walk up there and tell him he's not the Lincoln lawyer?
The Lincoln
I'm
Lawyer
Lincoln
is cool.
He's
But-
the Porsche lawyer. Come on.
No, you're the Lincoln Lawyer. You are literally living the life of the character, except practicing a different kind of law. He's an actor. He's not real. But you live on that street with that same overlook here. Look at the rave now.
Wow.
That's cool. All right.
Big green light.
Anyways, check it out.
Our
Yeah.
final letter.
Our final letter. Wait, let me just get...
We're going to take a photo here. Photo
No, I'm not
op.
going to take photo. I'm going to take some vids.
Oh, video.
Oh, it just
Sorry.
went off.
Now it's a big pink light.
I liked it when that big...
I bet you it comes back.
Is that USC?
Or a
down there?
drone show.
That could be. I don't know what that is
Yeah.
because that's down MLK.
It's nice. That's fun. That's what makes this place great. All right, here we go. Final letter. Summer edition of Dear Zuckerman. Which we won't be doing at the Pebble Beach Concourse. I think we did it last year. It was a little inappropriate.
Yeah. Well, they liked it. Our fans
Remember the
liked
Stony kid?
I just remember looking at some of the people, and they were like, "What did we pay for here?" This guy's reading Dear Abby
it. I
letters,
wanted
and that weird
Seinfeld.
guy. Where's Seinfeld? Hopefully, he's going to show this here, but there's no guarantee that he will. But remember, only the kids benefit from that little switcheroo. Dear Zuckerman, my husband and I are in our late 30s, healthy and in good shape. Before we get any older, my husband has asked me to visit a nudist beach with him. I come from a religious background, and I'm not totally comfortable with the idea of going nude at the beach in front of a lot of people. My husband says that visiting a nudist beach is not about exhibitionism or immorality. He says it's about enjoying nature and feeling the sensation of being free outdoors. I'm concerned about what others would think if they found out. My husband says what we do is our own business, and the only way anyone would find out is if we told them. Dear Zuckerman, would it be wrong for us to go to a nude beach just to try it out? Wondering wife in Pennsylvania.
Well, this is, the only other way people will find out is if they're there too. Yeah. You missed that one. Okay, husband's a freak boy. Let's just get this. Husband is going to be.
Tell her what her husband really wants.
He wants to see lots of naked people, and he wants lots of people to see him.
And his wife.
And his wife. And you know what? Go with him. Big deal. Big deal. It's weird. And hopefully one or two things are going to happen. He won't like it, and then it's over. Or two, he really likes it, and you can move on.
He's giving real advice now.
Yeah.
Here's what I say. Take him to the nude car show in Madison, Wisconsin.
Compromise. Yeah.
Compromise. Yeah, go to a car show, see some naked people, lean on some stuff naked. That's a 4-day event.
In months, how long do you give this marriage?
Yeah. I mean, it's...
Don't you think guys are always asking their wives to do messed up things that they're not necessarily that women want to do?
And
they're always projecting their kind of porn fantasies onto women.
He may not even... And by the way, if she said to him, let's go do it, there's a 50% chance he doesn't. Right? I mean, he could just be like, this could be an idea in his head, a fantasy in his head, and if given the opportunity, and it's really time to drive out there and get naked somewhere on the Jersey Shore, he may have second thoughts.
Do we think it's really the Pennsylvania nude beach scene?
No, she's really from Southern
Jersey
California.
Shore. Yeah.
She's
So this is Pennsylvania
okay.
that we're talking about.
I doubt she's from. She doesn't want anyone to know it's her, so she probably lives in Utah or somewhere else. But yeah,
can you? Who cares?
Who cares? But the idea of going around naked. There's parts of my body that have never seen the sun in 58 years. Do you know what would happen within 2 minutes of being out in the elements?
The problem with the nude beach, from my point of view, is the eating. I don't want to see naked bodies when I'm eating a sandwich.
I don't want to see naked bodies.
You ever been to a nude beach?
Huh?
You ever been to a nude beach?
I've been to, I don't know, provincial, French, St. Bart's.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Or
some booby beaches.
Yeah, European beaches where women don't have tops on.
That was very eye-opening because it's not what you're imagining.
People are gross.
It's a lot of 7-year-olds with no braziers.
Yeah, but it wasn't about the nudity. It was just about a European way of kind of going to the beach.
Yeah. But I'm just saying it's a big disappointment.
Well,
to me.
Have you not seen these things before?
I was in my 20s. I was in France. We went to the beach, and I was like...
I think the nude beach, when we were younger, when there was no internet, where you're like, here's a place where I can see these things outside of a strip joint, and they'll just be out in the...
Yeah.
I think we're so far beyond that. With the internet, you can see whatever you want. Just go look at whatever you want.
Have you ever been to a nude car show?
Oh, wait.
You put on your virtual reality goggles...
Yes.
Your jizz goggles, and then pretend,
go there.
Yeah, and go there,
and see if that's where you want to be.
Leave your wife alone.
And leave your wife alone. That's good advice.
She'd be mad though if he went without her. This wife.
No.
Doesn't
sound like it. It sounds like she wants permission to go.
Yeah, Ferris did. Very good point. I like that. Yes, you have our permission.
But my sense is she just wants to make her husband happy. And
she's
again,
conflicted.
Typical idiot guys making unreasonable demands.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No.
Here's what I need you to do this time.
Yes.
Put on this latex suit.
Halfway through, hit me with a brick on the side of my head.
Again?
Yeah. I feel bad for her. But whatever. And that's our episode today, guys.
On that note.
We've laughed. I hope you've enjoyed our show. Do we have one more show before we head to Monterey?
I think we do.
We have one more show.
Next week.
We'll figure something out.
Get us a car.
Week.
We need a car.
We'll get a car. We're excited about talking Ford. As I said before, we're excited about going to Quail. Yes, Zuckerman.
And remember, I suddenly have an urge and a desire to want to go to F1 in Mexico City. and I wonder if
I don't remember this. What do you mean?
I want to.
When is that race?
That's probably, I think, in October. And I suddenly decided I want to go, but to go, I'd like to go. And
Paddock Club style.
Yes, is that what it is?
Paddock Club.
It is possible. I might myself have that connection.
See if you can, because my daughter Kate really wants to go.
Really?
She watched the F1 thing on Netflix. She's very interested in it, and this would be a dream for her if I could take
Our
her.
buddy Justin Bell.
Oh yeah, he's Mr. F1 all of a sudden.
We can talk to him.
Yep.
I've got something possibly going on with them.
And at Pebble, there's going to be plenty of F1 adjacent people.
Yeah. You should definitely go.
Well, let's see if we can.
Why? Is it already sold out?
Yes. And it's like tens of thousands of dollars.
Would you cover it for us?
Yes, of course.
All right. Well, then we'll do it that way.
Yes.
We'll get you down there.
I'm just envisioning Zuckerman with Verstappen alone in a room.
How about just Zuckerman landing in Paraguay or something? This is an F1. Hangar 56 just puts him on a plane to nowhere. Enjoy yourselves.
As long as we're here, let's sample the national product.
I'm sure someone out there will take care of you. That'll be fun, and you can cover it for the show. That would be your first kind of correspondent duty for the show.
Zuckerman, foreign correspondent.
Yes. James Marsden's hooked up with them, too.
Oh, yeah. He's hooked up with everything.
We must know somebody. Well, look, let's go out on this.
This is really going on.
Rave music. Listen to it. Yeah, it's a party here in L.A.
I think that's coming from your pool. That's close.
It's fun. That's it, guys. Oh, look, fireworks, too.
Wild.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys next week on Spike's Car Radio.
Thanks for listening to Spike's Car Radio, brought to you by Hangar 56. Listen to new episodes every Wednesday, and be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.